Alright, it is Monday, September 10th, 2018 at 2:19 p.m. Let's take a look at some headlines. Alright, Hurricane Olivia approaching Hawaii. Prepare for intense flooding, rainfall, damaging winds, large and dangerous surf, and storm surge. Hurricane Olivia, the 15th named storm of the 2018 Pacific hurricane season, is intensifying as it tracks toward Hawaii. Little change in strength is forecasted through late Monday, with gradual weakening possible starting sometime Tuesday, September 11th. It is important to not focus on the exact forecast track and intensify when planning for Olivia, the National Hurricane Center said. Persons on all of the main Hawaiian islands should continue preparing for the likelihood of direct impacts from this system Monday and early Tuesday, September 10th and 11th. Those impacts could include intense flooding, rainfall, damaging winds, large and dangerous surf, and storm surge. Alright. This is Olivia, and you see the track here of it heading towards the Hawaiian Islands. So Monday, Tuesday is supposed to affect the islands. Please be prepared, people in Hawaii. Alright. Next, thousands of First Energy customers are without power. Watching for flooding in northeast Ohio. Cleveland, thousands of First Energy customers in northeast Ohio are left without power on Sunday. More than 7,903 customers in Cuyahoga County were left without power, with the majority of them in Cleveland Heights and Cleveland. These are the current outages as of 7:07 p.m. Then they have here a list of the outages. Residents in Summit, Turnbull, and Ashtabula counties are also experiencing outages. For a list of affected area, visit First Energy's outage map here. Stay up to date with the weather here. Alright, I'm going to link this in the video, this page, so you guys could see, if you're in the Ohio area, the outages list. Alright, so there's flooding happening in Ohio. Alright, next, 7 injured in Paris knife attack. Terrorist not suspected. 7 people were injured in a knife attack in central Paris late Sunday, but police said the terrorists were not suspected. 2 British tourists were among those injured, and authorities are trying to determine if the attacker who was arrested is among the 7 injured. Le Parisien said the attacker is an Afghan national. An overnight police press officer said the attack took place near a cinema in the 19th district of Paris. The officer had no information about the identities of the injured. The Paris prosecutor's office is handling the investigation. The report said the man was armed with a knife and a metal bar, and first attacked 3 people outside of the cinema. Alright guys, stay safe in Paris. Alright, Hurricane Florence strengthens to potentially catastrophic Category 4 storm. Alright, a coastal North Carolina county on Monday issued a mandatory evacuation order for its entire population as Hurricane Florence strengthened to a Category 4 storm and continues its slow but angry dance toward the U.S. East Coast. The National Hurricane Center said Florence is expected to slam into the coast around North and South Carolina as a Category 3 or Category 4 hurricane Thursday or Friday. The storm's winds had increased to 130 miles per hour on Monday. The hurricane roared to a Category 1, from a Category 1 to a Category 4 just in 13 hours, an extremely rapid intensification, according to Colorado State University meteorologist Phil Klotzbach. The last Atlantic hurricane to intensify as rapidly as far north as Florence's current location was Hurricane Umberto in 2007. He said. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper said he asked President Trump for a federal disaster declaration ahead of the storm. We here in North Carolina are bracing for a hard hit, Cooper said Monday. We are taking Hurricane Florence seriously. Dare County officials ordered everyone to leave Hatteras Islands on Monday. Residents and visitors in popular tourist spots such as Duck and Corellia faced a Tuesday deadline. Everyone in Dare County is encouraged to evacuate as soon as possible, regardless of established time frames, the county announced. Dare County has a year-round population of more than 30,000 people, but the population balloons during tourist season. It is not immediately clear how many people were being evacuated. The Hurricane Center's description of a Category 4 hurricane begins with catastrophic damage will occur. The center warns that such storms will snap or uproot most trees and down power poles, and that power can be out in some areas for weeks or months. Alright, people. Weeks or months without power. That's what we have to prepare for. So please be prepared with enough food, enough water stored, and make sure you are taking care of your pets. Okay, the center of Florence was forecast to sweep between Bermuda and the Bahamas on Tuesday and Wednesday before making its assault on the U.S. coast. Florence is expected to remain an extremely dangerous major hurricane through Thursday, the Hurricane Center warned. A major hurricane is one of the sustained winds with more than 110 miles per hour. Any Category 3, 4, or 5 hurricane is classified as a major hurricane. The Hurricane Center warned that the swells are likely to cause life-threatening surf and current conditions. Even before the evacuation order, Dare County emergency officials warned that rough seas and strong rip currents are already creating dangerous conditions. Red no-swimming flags are flying and everyone must stay out of the water, Dare County Emergency Management Director Drew Pearson said. AccuWeather meteorologist Brett Rosie said that the ground in North Carolina and South Carolina and Virginia is already saturated from recent rains. Rivers are high and the storm will be moving slowly when it arrives, exacerbating the situation, Rosie told USA Today. This is very scary rain, even potentially setting for this week. Florence could dump a foot of rain in places that cannot handle it, making it a very scary flooding situation in some areas. Some portions of the Carolinas could see as much as 30 to 40 inches of rain from Florence, the National Weather Service said, which could lead to river flooding that could last for days or weeks, and the storm, the Weather Channel warned, is a disastrous level flooding for parts of the area. All of the evidence points to an extreme disaster in the making in the mid-East Coast Carolina region, said Brian Narcross, a senior hurricane specialist with the Weather Channel. Alright guys, so 30 to 40 inches of rain, that is a lot of rain. Please be prepared and evacuate the areas that they are telling you if you are in those areas. Alright, the Navy said all ships in Virginia coast Hampton Roads area were preparing to leave port for open seas. South Carolina emergency management officials said they were preparing for the possibility of a large-scale disaster. Virginia, North and South Carolina have declared states of emergency ahead of the storm. The storm is strong and getting stronger, Cooper said. The best safety plan is preparation and common sense. Florence is now one of 3 hurricanes spinning in the Atlantic Ocean, along with Helene and Isaac. While Helene is forecast to slide out to sea from land, Isaac is a very real threat in the Caribbean later this week, the Hurricane Center said. In addition, in the Pacific, now Hurricane Olivia is forecast to approach Hawaii as a tropical storm on Tuesday. And you see here people getting prepared for Hurricane Florence. You see Hurricane Florence from space here. And you see people getting gas cans and water. Getting prepared is what's important. Please be prepared. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. Here you see people getting generators for the storm. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Please be safe out there. God bless.